Man here. Got my beautiful co-host, your girl Dom.
Hey y'all, I let your girl down.
So we are talking about a very important issue that there's a lot of studies and articles about, which is dead bedrooms. And dead bedrooms refers to a condition where in your marriage or committed relationship, the intimacy has dried up, right? The intimacy has dried up. So, you find that in your marriage or your committed relationship, um, you're not having as much intimacy as perhaps when you first got together. Things have declined to a very uncomfortable level. You know what I mean? Once a month.
Horrible.
Horrible, yeah,
Yeah.
right. A few times per year. You know what I mean? Like, so it's to that point where you know it's unhealthy. You know what I mean? It's where like this is not good because obviously in when you have a loving committed relationship, you want to be intimate with your partner. Things shouldn't be drying up. It shouldn't be once a month. It shouldn't be a few times a year. You know what I mean? That's just not healthy, and I'm sure most people wouldn't be happy with that. Now, of course, if you're happy with it, that's a different case. But in most cases, most people are not happy with that. So on YouTube, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the article so you guys can check to see that, and let's talk about it. So on YouTube, those who are watching on YouTube, you get to see that number one, they're saying that this problem is so bad that millennials, which is the younger generation, that they are reported to have these problems with sexless marriages. And the articles were saying that in previous times it was older couples. You know what I mean? It was 50 and plus who right who who reported having less intimacy. But in this day and time, surprisingly,
It's freezing.
yeah, I see that. Surprisingly, they're saying that you know millennial couples are having these problems as well. So what we'll do basically is kind of talk about some of the causes, and then see if we can give some advice and help people
Overcome.
overcome that and improve in those areas, right? So what they're saying in the millennials, for those who are watching on YouTube, and of course I'm gonna read it for everybody else on TikTok and Instagram,
It's Facebook, babe.
Facebook. All right, Facebook.
Hey, hey.
So the article says that let me see. Let me get the statistics here. All right. All right, so here it is. They said so. Recent statistics tell a similar story from 2021 survey that of adults ages 18 to 45 across the U.S. conducted by the Kinsey Institute at Indiana University. They said that millennials were most likely to report problems with sexual desire in the past year. The survey showed that 25.8% of married millennials reported this problem, while only 10.5% of married Generation Z and 21.21% of married Generation X adults reported this problem, right? So, but as you can see, the millennials were seen to have the highest amount of problem. And some of the things that they were saying that were causing this problem was stress, of course, stress dealing with people's the daily life things that are going on, work. A lot of people are working a lot, workaholics. They were saying so that of course would obviously diminish your ability to be as intimate or as frequently intimate as you like. Children, that's kind of normal for everybody when you have kids. You got to try to, right, you got to make time when the kids are sleeping and put them to bed.
Right.
You know what I mean? But nonetheless, even then with kids, you should still be able to get it on when the kids are to bed. But again, they're saying that these things are affecting you, right? What's interesting too about the millennials though is that they included, because obviously social media is your issue. So they were saying social media, pornography, these things are also contributing to it. So I guess I would assume that's with the men, because I hear a lot of millennial men are watching a lot of porn.
But
And
what gets y'all to that point though?
well, I don't know, with the millennial guys, a lot of them are single, they're saying, but in relationships, I guess they're apparently still watching a lot of porn for some reason. You know what I mean? I can't really put my finger on why they would be doing that if they're in a in a healthy relationship. But apparently, social media and them, maybe it could be maybe because on social media, now you get all the IG models,
Mm,
they're showing themselves. Maybe obviously
mm,
all this eye candy you're seeing, then it might prompt them to, one thing leads to another. You're watching the IG model, and then you wind up going over to watch some porn, perhaps. And I guess that is now, especially with a man, that you're getting these ideas, and some of these ideas are not, some of these images are not real. They're photoshopped.
correct.
The women are getting implants or whatever. So then, when you're with a real woman, a natural woman, then perhaps it's not as appealing. So maybe the desire is not there. But again, those are some of the issues that are leading to the lack of intimacy. So it's work, stress from work and life, social media, pornography, children. These are some of the things that are what happened. Those are some of the things that are um, leading to this problem, right? So what we'll do is, I'm gonna try to give you some smoother advice to how to fix things up, and your girl Dom will also give some advice from the woman's perspective, and see if we can help y'all out with this. All right. So so
I don't know
let's
what
see.
just
Yeah,
happened.
I don't know what happened either. Sorry guys, we're having a little technical difficulties on. Okay, there we go. Is it live again? Do I gotta go live?
I think you have to
Yeah,
go
I do.
live.
Right. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Wait a minute. Let's see some technical difficulties here on
All the grown men
Oh
date
wow.
young girls to avoid that grown woman pressure. See,
All right. Let's see. Let's go again.
who's watching?
Live. Yeah, do we got any people watching? One person?
Just
All
one.
right, not bad. Let me
Mm-hmm.
see. What about on
On YouTube.
anybody on YouTube? Nobody on YouTube is watching. All
Not
right.
yet.
Am I even? Is it even on?
Resume live. Yes. Resume.
Yes, resume. Okay. Hopefully, is this thing is it even recording?
Yeah, because this is unstream yet.
Yeah, right. It says so. It's gotta be.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, we're good. All right. And is it showing? Hopefully, it's showing on the screen. Yeah, it says. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So let's get it started then. All right. So I say from the man's perspective, right? Well, first of all, what do you feel about some of those problems that they say are causing the bedroom to be dead? The stress, the work, social media, porn.
I say social media because one of my relationships, I did experience that where there was a lot of social media issues, where there was um, a lot of my guy going on like World Star and viewing the things on like World Star hip hop um and just not attending to me, and so that brought the dead bedroom about. um Lack of attention from a woman's standpoint. We like a lot of attention, a lot of attention. um when we had children, when the children were small, that was an issue. So I would highly recommend, although you have children, to like make some time for your significant other and get that squared away with the children. Get someone to watch the children if you have small children, so that can avert that issue. Or try to balance each other out with finances, if you can, if that's your preference in your home, or you know um, so those are some things that I'm thinking of to really help the relationships out there, is balance. get someone to help watch them children, so y'all can have date nights still. And stay away from social media when you're in a healthy relationship, or if you're not single, you should really be concentrating on your significant other. Um, for me, it was definitely using, me personally, when my children were small. I think I was stressed out because the children, or um, just not enough time spent together with one another, and that would, frustrate both of us.
Right.
And what is your
Well, from the man's perspective, ladies, if you find that your man doesn't appear, and especially when it's with a man, because usually men, men are willing to get it whenever we can get it. You know what I mean? So if you find that your man is not showing any desire, then yeah, that's a serious issue. But let's see some of the issues. It could be fatigue. You know what I mean? Sometimes a man, if he has a really hard job, construction, or you know a job that has him working long, strenuous hours, especially if it's physical labor. Like I said, construction. Maybe he's with UPS. I've heard a lot of the guys with UPS had those issues like that where they be throwing them boxes or delivering, and then when you come home, you just really worn out. So it's just like you're just too tired, man. Your desire has been killed because you expended all your energy doing all that work. So it could be that. On a more intimate level, ladies, you got to keep yourself up. You know what I mean? Some guys,
very true.
you if you're walking around the house in the big bloomers and the big you know what I'm saying, in the big sweatsuits and ripped hole t-shirts and all that, that could be a turn off. Walking around the house with your bonnet on, because that's another thing a lot of guys talk about too, that they see a lot of women, when y'all go out, you getting yourself all dolled up to go out, but when you home, you looking bummy. You walking around the house with your bonnet on and big old bloomers and sweatpants and holy t-shirts, and it's just not attractive. It's just not looking appealing. So that might turn some guys off to be like, they don't want to approach you. It's like, you're not looking attractive. So walking around the house, put something sexy on, put something nice on. You know what I mean? Look good for your man instead of doing all that when you go out to the world. Be home and look good. Put a
I
little
agree.
right, put a little makeup on in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Do your hair in the house. Look good for your man, and I'm sure you get the reaction that you need. You know what I mean? Another thing could be in that area of keeping yourself up is keep your body right. You know what I mean? A lot of guys now are talking about that issue about being fit, feminine, right? You hear that those keywords, being fit and feminine. So that's important too. If you see that you're gaining weight, because of course, if it's your husband or you've been in a committed relationship, a lot of guys are shy to say something. They're
Mm-hmm.
shy to tell you because obviously, we know we don't want to hurt your feelings. So they may be hesitant to tell you, babe, you put on a little bit of weight, let's work out or something like that.
Right.
So a lot of times, if you could be self-aware, where you see yourself like, wow, I'm getting, let me handle it, then handle that,
Mm-hmm.
right? What's this? You know what I mean? Do that to help, you know, keep that attraction of your man. You know what I mean? It
That
could
can
be,
avert a dead bedroom.
yeah, that could
Okay.
definitely avert a dead bedroom for sure. You know what I mean? Um, what are some of the things that you feel that, from the woman's perspective, that a man, like if the issue is the woman losing it due to something from her man, you know what I mean? What are things that he can do, you think, to spice things up and get her more, and get her heated up so that way they can liven up that bedroom some more?
Hygiene. That I'm big on hygiene. So make sure you take a shower every day. Make sure you brush your teeth. Um, Make sure you smell good. Make sure you groomed well. Keep your body fit. You know, be attentive to me. You know, make sure you're texting throughout the day, or um, it's so many things that women require. We're a little bit more needy. Um, so definitely hygiene. I'm big on hygiene because that'll totally turn me off. So hygiene issues.
Mm. Let me speak on that. Yeah. So yeah, fellas, of course, here on the Smoother Man channel, we always talking about, being smooth and keeping yourself up. And that's important. You know what I mean? You may not realize it. And remember, I talked about that in my previous videos about not getting comfortable, right? Sometimes both men and women, they get in a relationship, you've been with each other for a long time, and you start getting comfortable. But think about the times when you first were interested in the woman that you're with, and
Right.
how you used to be like, yo, let me make sure my clothes are clean. Let me make sure I smell good. Let me make sure I keep my hair cut and trimmed, right? But then you get comfortable because y'all been married, lived with each other for so long. You start to let those things go. Now you don't care so much. Now you're like, well, I already got them now, so you start getting sloppy. But no, you cannot get complacent. Do not get complacent, guys. Keep your appearance up. Just the way, same way you want her to keep her appearance up, you got to do the same thing. And like she said, that's important to women. I've always heard the thing about smelling good. That's what they all that's one common thing. Smell good. Keep yourself groomed. You know what I mean? Your beard trim, your haircut trim. Like just keep yourself up. You know what I mean? Same thing with you, fella. You could wear something, nice around the house too. Don't be just wearing your bummy, right? Your bummy shorts and
Right,
you
right.
know. But for women, definitely smelling good and hygiene is one of the common denominator that you hear a lot. So if you see, fellas, that your woman doesn't appear to be showing that desire for you, then those are some things that you can do, to like I said, get her reattracted to you and have her looking for you, as they say, in the daytime with a flashlight.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yes, honey.
Right, right.
Yes,
You
yes,
know? So,
yes.
yeah, those things are important. Like she also said, too, about communication. You know what I mean? Like I talked about in my one video, speak life into your woman. Let her know that she's beautiful. Don't stop. Again, don't get complacent. If you were doing that at the beginning, keep that going. You got to just keep it going throughout your relationship. And King always telling her that she's beautiful, she looks good. Give a little pat on the booty when you see it sometimes. Squeeze it, hold her. Just keep doing those things to let her know that you are attracted to her and you still desire her, and that can help. You know, um, fix those things and spice it up a little bit. You know what I mean? What else? Any other ideas?
I think we talked about communication, speaking life. Um, I think that's all. I think that's all I had. You know, to avert the dead bedrooms, because that's crazy.
Yeah.
That article is crazy.
Right, right.
You know, it's a lot of pornography going on. It's a lot of toys going on, and yeah, I don't think we're. I think we were made to be intimate with one another. I think God made us to be intimate with one another, and not
Mhm.
using toys because you have a nasty attitude, or you upset with your significant other, or using pornography.
Right.
We were made to be intimate with each other.
Yeah, that's what they were saying too. Like when the people are watching, the men are watching the porn, it's like it's desensitizing them
Hmm.
to intimacy with a real woman. So that's what's causing a problem there. So definitely, guys, cut back on that.
Cut back.
if you're
Cut
gonna
back.
if you're gonna do it, yeah, cut back
He
on it
said cut
or
back.
minimize it. You know what I mean? Minimize it to the
Huh?
least. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. This
Because
light that went out.
yeah, you know what I mean. So
So you saying it's okay?
no, I'm saying like if they gonna do it, at least gradually, gradually. It's cold turkey is hard for people to do. So
Oh, you
cut
saying
back.
get rid of it,
Right,
but
yeah,
just cut
but
back
cut back
so that you
till you
can
can
wean yourself
right
off.
wean yourself off of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Cause right, guys, there's nothing better than being with a real woman. You know what I mean? So if that's what's causing the problem, get used to, because like I said, your mind is being programmed to a lot of the stuff is artificial. You know
Right.
what I mean? And then when you're with a real woman and she doesn't have the shape, because remember, a lot of these women's shapes are fake in these movies and stuff like
Oh.
that. You know what I mean? The pictures are photoshopped so that way, it's kind of desensitizing you to, a real woman. You know what I mean? Real women, their bodies are not going to be like these fake images and Photoshop pictures, and you know what I mean. So don't don't get caught up on that. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
What was I gonna say? Let's see. So I said some of the things that the men, you know, could do to reattract the women. What are some things from the woman's side? If the man is the one not being attracted, what are some things that you can give advice to the women that they could do to kind of get their man turned on and reattract him?
I think you kind of explained it. Like, keep yourself up, ladies. Most definitely. Make sure you're not walking around the house with bonnets on and um, being sloppy about things. Make sure you clean up behind yourself. Make sure your house is clean. Um, because those are the type of things that turn you on as well, right? As a man, keeping things well, keeping your hair nice, and just making sure that your hygiene is well. You're smelling good. You're taking care of you, so that your significant other can desire you. I was talking to my one daughter the other day. I'm like, "Is your room clean?" You know, because you preparing for marriage. Make sure that stuff is done now. So just keeping yourself up, ladies. Making sure you're groomed well, and hygiene is on point.
Yeah, that's something important too for men, but also for women too. Because I've been hearing that a lot now too on social media with men, that men are speaking out now about women's hygiene as well. That some women aren't keeping themselves fresh, as they
Mm-hmm.
say. So yeah, ladies, that's something that you need to be aware of too. Keeping your hygiene up, just the same way for men. You know what I
Right.
mean? Some things that I would give from a man's perspective. That I think keep a man turned on and attracted is also the way you treat your man. You know what I mean? Being sweet to your man. Um, you know that's a big turn on for men. If you're being sweet to your man and being real
Right.
ladylike and feminine, man, that's a big turn on too. So what we're just basically saying is that if you find yourself in that situation where the bedroom is dead, the bedroom is dry, intimacy is very infrequent. You know what I mean? You would like to be more intimate more often, but you see that's not happening. Check those things. See which area you might can improve in, and take those necessary steps to fix it. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with the fellas. You know what I mean? If you're the one who has the higher desire, and you just see that it's not happening the way you want, then see what areas it could that that you can improve in with your woman to spark things up. You know what I mean?
Hey, Dante.
Right? It's very important.
Hey.
So just some things to think about. As I said, smoother man. We're here to make you a smoother man. You know what I mean? And every we got the classy lady here to help with that. Right?
Agreed. Yeah.
So guys, and hey, what we'll do is in the comment section, whatever other advice you guys think you could offer, put that in the comment section and share it with the rest as well. All right. Anything else?
I don't think I have anything else
All right.
tonight. We'll keep these shows going. And yeah. So,
Yeah. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully, what we've given you can help you fix and improve and wake up the dead bedroom. All right. All right. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see you guys on the next show.